Fishing a tube, those little hollow tube baits that look like a little crawfish. What's a good way to get a little extra flotation out of them? Well, yeah, extra flotation. Can serve as another purpose as well. That's an extra hint on today's question. Good morning, guys and girls. April 13. It's absolutely beautiful out here. We're looking at the back of the book. We're looking at April 13 in the Catch a Better Life book. In the Bible, for our scripture for today, we're going to look in Revelation, the last chapter of the Bible, Revelation. This Catch a Better Life book is on the Catch a Better Life channel on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to that channel, please subscribe to that channel right now. About 25,000 folks on there. Really, really good people. Really, really good people. And you got a scripture for every day, a fishing tip for every day, and a devotional built around fishing that I wrote when I wrote this Catch a Better Life book. Revelations 20:14 says, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire." Death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. God getting rid of death. Bass, crappie, catfish, bluegill, many other fish, very protective of their spawning areas. They'll fight off just about anything that comes close to protect their eggs. And then later on, they'll do that to protect their young. We, of course, can use this to our advantage when we're fishing this magic time of the year to be able to catch these fish. We use this, a fact that they'll fight things off, we use it to catch them. It's also the time of the year when most fish that I catch cheat death. They cheat death because this is the time of the year to practice conservation. Conservation. Catch and release. Catch and release. Catch and release. Barbless hooks. Use barbless hooks if you're fishing this time of the year because of the fish they're spawning. And keep only a few small male fish to eat. Only a few. Only a few. None of us will cheat death here on this earth. We'll all experience it. Death is going to happen to you. Death's going to happen to me. And one of the saddest things that I've ever done is to attend a funeral of a friend who we think might not be saved. I've been to them. I'm sure you probably have also. When God isn't mentioned in a funeral, it's really very disheartening. Just almost it does make me cry. When God isn't mentioned in a funeral. And I could name several names. A handful anyway. Funerals I've attended to where God was never mentioned. If you have a friend or a family member who may not know Jesus, tell that loved one about Jesus. Tell him about Jesus. As today's scripture shows, Jesus, when he died on that cross and walked out of that grave 3 days later, Jesus has defeated the ultimate enemy, death. That's our ultimate enemy, death. Jesus has victory over death. He has cast death and hell into the lake of fire. Here's our tip for today. It's a real simple, easy deal, but it's a nice one. Place a small piece of foam inside of a tube for extra flotation. You can also use that small piece of foam for scent. Add some scent to it. Add a few drops of a spike-it in there or something as scent. Now, one thing that works really good is those little earplugs, the little foam earplugs you put in when you're shooting a gun, ear protection earplugs. You can cut any little piece of foam and put in them, but that works really good because it's about the right size for most too. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. And remember, I sure do love you.